Hi y'all, I'm LaToya Drake, Program Coordinator with Kentucky's Nutrition Education Program for the University of Kentucky Cooperative Extension Service, and I'm here in our beautiful Allen County Extension Office in their demonstration kitchen, and we're making our recipe of the month for NCTC, and we've got a delicious one. I hope it's delicious. I've actually never tried it. I always like to make a different recipe that I wouldn't necessarily make at home or I haven't tried yet from the collection, and this is the Noodles Florentine. So this features spinach, which is in season right now. It's a cold weather green. And so we're going to talk a little bit about spinach as we make this dish. I've already got my spinach cooked, and I did that in the microwave really quickly because you can cook spinach in a variety of ways, including in the microwave from 30 seconds to about 3 minutes. It took me 2 minutes to cook a 10-ounce bag of spinach because that's how much this recipe calls for. So what this recipe calls for is about 8 ounces of cooked, well, we've cooked those now, and it details you cook them as the recipe, as the package details. So this is 8 ounces of whole wheat egg noodles. This is 3 tablespoons of butter. This is 4 tablespoons of whole wheat flour. This is a fourth, we're gonna measure that out as the ancestors determined, but a fourth of a teaspoon of pepper. We've got milk back here. We're gonna have 2 cups of milk. We're gonna have 2 cups of low-fat cheddar cheese. We're gonna have 1.5 cups of diced ham. And we have 10 ounces, as we discussed, of fresh, drained, strained, chopped or mini spinach, the baby spinach, right? And then a fourth of a cup of breadcrumbs. That's gonna add some more flavor and some salt. As will the ham. And ham is an inexpensive protein source. We know it has a lot of sodium in it, but we're not gonna use a lot of that ham in this recipe. This is about 1.5 cups. And in the package that I bought from my big box store, that was about half the package. So that other half can be used to make that asparagus ham quiche that we made like either last month or a couple months ago, or some other kind of soup recipe. Because that sodium in that ham is going to flavor things, and it also is going to add the protein, but you don't want to use a whole lot of it. So let's start with making our cheese sauce, which is basically a basic bechamel sauce, if I said that right, which is flour and butter. So I've got my burner going because I always like to start that. So what I've done already is I've preheated our oven to 350 degrees. I've cooked the noodles already, according to the package directions. I drain them, and when I'm always prepping food to do a food demo, I add a bit of olive oil in there because that helps your noodles not stick, or whatever kind of oil I got. So let's start, and we're gonna make our sauce. So we've got this 3 tablespoons or so of butter, and we're gonna let it melt. And I turn my heat down because I don't want my butter to burn. So we're gonna melt the butter over medium heat. Butter's melting. Smells like good butter. I always laugh at those memes online about how much spinach shrinks when you cook it, because that looked like a lot of spinach, but it just fit. It did not fit in this bowl before I cooked it. A lot goes a little ways. Okay, let's start to add this flour, and we're just gonna stir so it doesn't stick. Making a roux, right? Stirring, so it doesn't stick, and so that we can bind our whole wheat flour with our butter. Nice little roux here. Make our sauce. Let's get some milk in here. This is gonna be 2 cups of milk. We're gonna start with this first cup because we wanna pour it in slowly. And we're combining the milk with our flour mixture. And I should have got a whisk, but I didn't see a whisk with the silicone on it. Because you know, with these non-stick pans, you want to use a silicone or plastic whisk or some kind, because that metal will scratch up your pan. So we've almost got the first cup in there. Turn this heat up a little bit. And we're stirring, we're stirring, we're stirring. And we're stirring, we're stirring. It's gonna be a thick sauce. This calls for like whole wheat flour. And I was able to find some of this. We have those local, you know, Amish salvage stores. So I was able to find some for a good price there. But it's the chemistry of it's slightly different, I see. It's combined a little different. That's the fun of cooking. That's why cooking is family and consumer sciences, right? It is a science. Look at it. It kind of looks like an oatmeal or something. Doing my alchemy here. Turning this flour and this milk and this butter into a creamy sauce. And we're going to add cheese once we get it all combined good. Try not to make a mess, but that's probably not going to last long because if you know me, you know. And you guys, if you've watched, you know that I stay making a mess. So we're going to combine all this, and then we'll combine it in a little casserole dish. And then it will bake. So, see, doesn't this look like cream of wheat or something? I guess it's where it's the whole wheat. This is going to offer some additional fiber. There we go. Finally, our whole wheat sauce, our cream of wheat sauce is mixing up. And I know sometimes at the stores, like our local, you know, DG stores, or our big box stores, they sometimes don't have that whole wheat flour. So just use what you have and what you can get a hold of. You just need 4 tablespoons of it. All right. It's almost nice and creamy. It's almost time to add our cheese. Let's see. Gradually add milk, stirring constantly and cooking until thickened. We also want to add our pepper, our black pepper. Let's put the rest of the milk in there. Let's see what the ancestors say. The recipe said 1/4 teaspoon. That looks to be a little more, but that's fine. Check it out. It looks kind of like the white gravy, right? So the only difference is with white gravy, we're going to use animal fat, like bacon grease or something, right? So let's make up this cheese sauce. Let's mix in this cheese. Let's keep stirring and stirring and stirring. Missed a piece. Turn this down a little bit. Now as we stir up this cheese, let's talk a bit about spinach. Spinach is in season a couple times in Kentucky. So like spring, and then again in the fall. So it's gonna be a cold weather kind of crop. Turn this down, we're bubbling. We don't want to bubble and stick. It's gonna be a cold weather crop, right? Cold weather green. So it's in season from May through June, and then again from September until November. I love to make new dishes because it's interesting how stuff comes together. Look at this sauce. Add the rest of this cheese in there. Just because that bag is just 2 cups, you know. So that'd be half of that large bag. Mix it up. Try not to mess too much. You know, 1 cup of raw spinach has only about 10 calories. So it's going to be vitamin packed with minimal calories. Look how thick that is. It smells good. Kind of like cheesy cream of wheat. Look at that texture. So this is going to cook up nice in the oven. I was wondering how that would do because it's not like, I was like, it's going to be a thin sauce, but that flour makes it kind of a really thick situation, as you see. So we've turned our heat down. You know, a half a cup of cooked spinach is going to be the serving of cooked spinach. And you're going to get about, you're going to get vitamin A, you're going to get vitamin K, you're going to get folate and magnesium. Something to be aware of with spinach. I know I have family that's on, what is that, blood thinners. And spinach is rich in vitamin K, so you want to be aware of that. So, really simple to put together. We're going to put half of our egg noodles down. And it's going to stick clearly. Oh no. Interesting. So, then we're going to put half of our spinach. And I've washed my hands, so we're just going to go in with it. Half of our spinach. And then we're going to put half of our ham. And I did a little something special with this because I'm extra. And I browned the ham a little bit on the stove in a skillet real quick to give it some flavor, you know? Because anytime you brown something, it's going to create that reaction and give it some extra flavor. All right, so we've got half of that there. We're going to put down the other half of whole wheat noodles. We're going to put down the other half of spinach. And like I said, there's so many ways to prepare spinach, and I did this in the microwave because I was quick and lazy, and it only took 2 minutes to do a whole 10-ounce bag. And like a couple of tablespoons of water. And basically it had enough water after I rinsed the spinach. There was plenty of water. Okay. Let's add the rest of our ham and spread it evenly around. Let's get all that ham in there, right? All right, let's add this textured flour mixture. Try to spread it evenly. Okay then. This looks interesting. I'm excited to see how it cooks up because it smells really good, but that whole wheat flour gives it an interesting look, right, and texture. So let's sprinkle these seasoned breadcrumbs all over. I think I have these left over from our cauliflower on the side recipe. Get it even there. That's going to give it a nice crunch, right? A nice crisp topping. All right, y'all. So we've got this ready. We're going to put it in the oven for about 25 minutes. and then we're gonna come back and see how it looks and talk a little bit more about spinach, okay? All right, so we pulled our casserole out of the oven and look how delicious it looks. Look how that sauce cooked up, really interesting. Like it looks like it just kind of spread the cheese situation. It smells really delicious. I appreciate how the breadcrumbs browned it up, and they're gonna add some more texture. We'll show this cut too as we end, but we've got the spinach here. This is a delicious, well, we're gonna see if it's delicious. I'm gonna just guess that it's gonna be delicious. This would pair great with some green beans or something on the side to give some more greens. You know, spinach is a great vegetable to incorporate into our diets because it's gonna help benefit eye health, reduce oxidative stress, so that's gonna help prevent cancer in some ways, help, reduce blood pressure levels. You know, spinach, I didn't realize originated in Persia and is kin to beets and quinoa, which is so random, right? I guess if we think about the beet leaves and how they look. So incorporate some spinach into your diet this fall, this cold weather salad season, right? You can eat those raw, you can cook those, you can blanch those and freeze those up and have that for later. So many ways to enjoy this, this vegetable, right? And we always think of Popeye when we think of spinach and getting our big muscles, right? So try this flavorful recipe. You can find this recipe by reaching out to the Allen County Cooperative Extension Service or any Kentucky Extension Service. You can also reach out to Barry Hyatt with NCTC, and that's barry.hyatt@nctcstaff.com. You can get that recipe from him. You can also find this recipe at planeatmove.com. This is one of our food stamp friendly EBT approved recipes, right? So you can find that there. And you can find this at the Plated Up Kentucky Proud website. So give this recipe a try. Tell us how you like it online. And we really appreciate you watching our recipe of the month. Thank you.